Hi Capricorn, welcome to your full moon in Sagittarius reading for May 23rd, 2024. Full moons close out cycles, could be from the prior new moon 2 weeks ago, but it can also be from something bigger. You decide. You have the 3 spirit, intuition, and manifestation for the direction that the reading is going in. It's pretty self-explanatory. But you may be starting something new, which is strange because the full moon is closing out cycles. But maybe you are closing out an old cycle in order to manifest or create something new. But this card also says that you have the intuition to know what steps to take, or information can come to you in the direction that you want to go as you're closing out this old cycle and moving into something new. All right, let's have a look at your cards. The first column is you and where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or what you are consciously closing out at this time. The middle column is you and how you feel about the situation, what you think, how you're feeling, what you're doing. And the last column is probable outcome, and that is probable because some things we are able to change when we have the knowledge. That's why we watch these videos. And some things we may have chosen to experience, and so we do have to go through some things. However, it's always for our benefit. It's always for our growth. Right? May not always seem like it, but in hindsight, it's very possible we've learned something important. Okay, let's have a look. 2 of Wands. So you have 3 wands here. So ego and passion are a big part of this reading. We also have a couple of air. So you could be thinking a lot, and this is also somebody who's very reflective. So there is this kind of energy of looking back and reflecting on things. The mind could be quite active. This is the card of plotting and planning, which goes quite well with the manifestation and intuition card. Although you are quite logical here. We are using our thoughts more. So we may have established something, and this is the established thing, and we're looking forward, and we're looking into the greater world to see where this new thought or this new plan or this new idea can take us. We may also be looking to see, if we want to start something new, how other people have done it, and get ideas. Because I see here with the 5 of Wands, this, first of all, the 5th house in astrology can be recreational activities, and this looks pretty recreational to me. However, it can be lively debates, but it can also be something a little more like agitation. I don't see it here just yet, but it can be with that 10 of Swords. However, it can just be that there's a group of people who are working towards something. They all have an idea of how they want it to go, right? Everybody has the outcome in mind, what they want it to look like, but everybody may have an idea, a different idea of how to get there. And so there's these lively debates that can cause some agitation. It can also just be recreational activities, right? It's not always big things that happen all the time. It can just be the small things. You have the Judgment card with this. I think that's an interesting card here. It is a rebirth, right? Manifestation and intuition. So it is a rebirth. It is a call to action. And I see where you're quite active here. So we can have epiphanies with this card. It's a major arcana, so that means that it can be something that's going on an internal level. It's something a little more important than mundane daily stuff. But that can happen on a very internal level as we're plotting and planning and trying to create this situation with a group of people possibly, or trying to sift through ideas, right, while manifesting something, trying to create something in our life. 3 is a creative principle itself. The Judgment card is that maybe we get those answers and it brings us back to life and we're like, okay, now I know what I'm supposed to do here, or now I know where I belong in the world. It can be that deep, but it is a rebirth and it is a call to action. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. The second column is how you're behaving, and in this scenario, now you have the 7 of Pentacles, so that is again a very reflective card. It's kind of like, this is what I've done up until now, this is what I've grown, these are the crops, this is my harvest, and did I like how that turned out? And if I didn't, what would I change? What would be different? What would be, instead of beans, will I plant strawberries? It can be that simple, literally or figuratively. Because you have the King of Swords, you're behaving that way. This is my Libra card. And I can see why you would be reflective with Libra. Libra weighs its options. It sees both sides of a scenario. It often does not, the sign, right, the energy of Libra, doesn't often allow emotion to get in to his decision making. He is the master of his mental world, or learning to master his mental world, and you're behaving like a Libra at this time. You're taking on those kind of aspects. Okay, you may feel at this time that your actions are ineffective. This card really says, though, that if you keep running into a brick wall, if you feel ineffective where your actions are concerned, and thoughts even, but probably actions, you could be struggling too much. 8 is a powerful card, meaning you're putting a lot of power behind the struggle that will only get you deeper into the mud. And so this card asks you to wait until the situation comes back in your favor, and in the meantime, refocus, right? Focus on something else. Move on to something else. It's not that you have to let it go completely. It's just that at this time, maybe it's not the good time to do it. Things are not in your favor. They will be again. Okay? The 10 of Swords, the 3 of Wands. You have a nice 2 and 3 here, so you have a nice step over. 10 of Wands, or 10 of Swords rather, is the end of difficult mental situations. Your perspective is really important with this card. Is this a new day dawning, or is it the end of a difficult day, right? So your perspective is really important here with the 10. And the frequency of 10 is the end of a situation while simultaneously beginning something new. So that's very important here. Your perspective. You could be experiencing, we're going from the 8 to 10 here where swords are concerned, and that's what I mean by thought and action. We may just be ready to finish up the struggle. And what we find are allies with the 3 of Wands. So here where you were looking out into the larger world or seeing how other people are doing something, taking that information, you may find that information. The 3 of Wands can be seminars, workshops, self-help books, things in the outer world that can help you to get a leg up over the competition. So it is allies of some sort, and it's a good card. And again, we have 2 3s here, so that is the spirit, the principle of manifestation, of creation. 3 is the Trinity. Well, you have your pair here. The Queen of Swords. So this is also somebody, this is my Virgo card. So this can be somebody with sharp, pointy features, a sharp mind, a bit of a sharp tongue to go with it, very critical thinker. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it can cut off people rather quickly and create some dust on the ground, but her mind is clear. Okay, so critical thinking can be good, but a critic can sometimes be misconstrued or taken wrong, or she can just be harsh and have a sharp tongue. They're often refined looking people, not always, but often. And so there can be a refinement with this type of person. Again, they may be critical of themselves. So they want to make sure that they are dressed properly and look proper and that sort of thing. They have a critical eye. And this can be somebody, I feel like this can be the ally. The Three of Wands is somebody who can help you, or you're helping them, but there's this feeling here. I think you're being helped. Or maybe possibly you're helping each other, but she comes up with the allies. And so I do think there's somebody around who can help you with this new direction that you could be moving in, this new manifestation. It's funny, I think I want to go with manifestation more than intuition here. Although, let me take that back. This is epiphanies. So you could be having some. So I'm going to keep them both there. Yes. Never mind. Okay, so what does Spirit want you to know? Open your heart to love and joy. That's nice. This may even be a romantic partner, though I don't see romance here. We don't always have romance where love and joy are concerned. But in any case, I do believe that you are moving towards something a little more open-hearted, and something, maybe a difficult period is, this kind of agitation is leaving your scenario. Okay. That's a nice last message. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I'll return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Until then, take good care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.